Good afternoon. This is Dr. Eva Antczak from Core Center. Today I have a pleasure to talk with Megan Ramsai. She's a psychotherapist, one of our counselors at the Core Center. And we are going to discuss some current challenges, some issues, some problems that people are facing nowadays. How are you, Megan?
Hi, Dr. Eva. Good to have you here. You always inspire me for the work that you do. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Thank you very much. So, Megan, as I said, you are a registered psychotherapist. Could you please tell us a little bit more about your areas of expertise? Who do you work with? What ages? And what kind of issues, what kind of problems you're helping people with?
Sure. Dr. Eva, I've been practicing as a psychotherapist for 12 years in Canada, and I have the opportunity to work with at my practice with Core as well, Core Center, to work with any ages. I work with individual, couple, children, teenagers, senior citizens, and I prefer working with younger ages because I can see that it's very rewarding.
Wonderful. Megan, of course, everything you're discussing with your clients, with your patients during these confidential meetings becomes a secret. It's a private conversation. But I would like to ask you, can you generally tell us what you're witnessing nowadays? What do people want to talk about? What are their current challenges and problems?
Okay, working through all these years, of course, in the field of psychology, psychotherapy, we have seen a lot. But these days, different layer of challenges is that we are facing, people are facing at this time is more clear to us. People are dealing with a lot of things when it comes to isolation. Of course, they're missing their loved one. That's a big one at this time, that they never appreciated having people around them or people that they care a lot about them. At this time of the challenge, the situation of virus, they are missing them a lot. Then as a result, they are dealing with a lot of depression, anxiety, difficult situations, anger, because sometimes they miss loved one, but as a coping strategy, when they have mixed feelings, they don't know how to handle it, so they show anger to people that they're really close to. Yeah, when it comes to mental and emotional challenges at this time, we can see that we are facing a lot of depression, anxiety, working and living with difficult people, or parenting issues. It can be in any areas.
And can you tell us also, generally speaking, what advice do you usually give people who are dealing with isolation, with fears, anxieties, or low mood? What do you usually tell them to do? How do you help them to cope?
Thank you. I try not to advise, but I'm going to share some of my knowledge when it comes to being in this situation. Let's focus just at this moment on isolation. We know we are familiar with boundaries and discipline. So when you have routines, disciplines, and boundaries, then any difficult situation is more manageable. So I hear from my clients, I can share that much, that they set new routines. So I just had a client talking about how he decided to wake up at a certain time every day during the weekdays and weekends are still weekends, so he allows himself to sleep in. But during the weekdays, he has some activities that he does, or whatever he does at home, yoga mat or meditation, that we are really fan of it. Meditation and building a new hobby for himself. That's something that he always wanted to do. But something that it's very important when it comes to having discipline around other people is boundaries and respect. As long as we know how to respect each other and how to communicate and through this difficult time, so things are can be a little bit more manageable.
So you're saying that discipline, routines, but also hobbies can help us soldier on through these difficult times. Um, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do? How do you help? You know, you're helping others. Obviously, this
So,
must be also very challenging.
so yeah, since we are asking, thank you for being interested in my personal coping strategies. Of course, I'm dealing with my own difficulties at this time too. So there were some stuff that I always procrastinate to do. So we always talk about procrastination, especially when it comes to the anxiety. So there were things that I always wanted to do, and I just put it in the back of my head and not thinking, not giving it a priority. I can proudly share that with you that in the last 10 days that I've been isolated for 10 days, I accomplished a lot of those tasks, done, finished. I've been working on a research that I'm happy to get to a point that I'm actually ready to publish it. So when it comes to coping strategies, anything that you always wanted to do that you were not able to have time for it, or as I mentioned, procrastinated. I'm talking about myself. I love stars. I love the sky. And recently I just downloaded an app to watch the stars, and just the way they move, and they're connected, the moon. And so a new hobby for me that I always wanted to do, and I'm really enjoying it. Besides giving me the moment to meditate and be mindful, and something that I started doing, gratitude journal. So these are my coping strategies that I chose.
That's wonderful. So it sounds to me that this is not, of course, this is a very challenging situation, but also you can find there some opportunities to grow, to self-develop, to find happiness in things that you never thought you can enjoy doing. Do you feel that people who are looking at this situation from this perspective, that they try to find an opportunity in the situation, are more resilient, are more happy, are they coping any better? What do you think?
Yes, we always, in the privacy of psychotherapy offices, we always talk about the half empty, half full of the glass. Of course, there is always a positive side to anything. So considering that we are more aware of the situation now, it's a skill that we need to develop or build to be able to shift the thoughts from negative to positive, and catch ourselves in our fear and of worries or difficult situations or challenges, or low mood or whatever. The skill is just to catch yourself at the time and shift it to positive thought.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing these amazing thoughts and ideas. I just wanted to encourage everyone to not only watch our conversation, but also ask questions. We will be available for another 15 minutes to, or maybe even a little bit longer, to answer some of your questions. And hopefully we'll do it again if you find it helpful. I also wanted to let you know that we, at the Core Center, opened the crisis line where people can receive help for free. And I'm extremely grateful to all psychologists, psychotherapists, everybody in the mental health field who kindly volunteering their time to support our community. Again, thank you very much, Megan. I just will remind us that we can be reached at info@corecenter.ca, or you can also contact us by calling 647-515-4357 if you would like to schedule a meeting with Megan Ramsai. Megan, by the way, you speak English. Do you offer help in any other languages as well?
That would be my pleasure actually, to be part of Core Center. I speak Farsi fluently, English and Spanish in an intermediate level. Of course, it will be a pleasure to be part of your working with your office and your services. Yes, we also recommend that free services and hotlines are open, and people can take advantage of it to talk about their emotions that they are not able to handle at the time that they are dealing with. Yes, please call me as well. The number is there, and we can set an appointment and we talk to you.
Thank you very much for your time and wonderful ideas.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eva, for giving me this opportunity, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Next time, we are going to set a time, 15 minutes or whatever, to discuss, to have a meeting, questions and answers, whatever topic that we hear from people that they would like to hear from us.